Open your eyes, your mind, your heart. Let's have a school choice conversation. Open your eyes, your mind.
Welcome to Choice Conversations. Our guest today is Arianne Craig Jolla. Arianne is an educator, speaker, author, and founder of Hype Academy. Arianne, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me, Monica.
We want to talk about your book. Fascinating. Teach your own kid. Schools can't do it alone. Very provocative. You said that when you first started the book, it was written out of frustration, but that it morphed into something more powerful to empower parents. As an educator, what would you say, what advice would you give for teachers and parents to come together and work together?
I look at education as a partnership, right? So the parents and the entire school community needs to be on the same page. So with that partnership, I think of a marriage. And a marriage, a successful marriage, and you're married. I don't know how many years you...
30.
30.
Yes.
Wow, that's awesome. I've been married going on 18 years this year. And one of the things that I found is the foundation has to be firm, has to be a firm foundation. And I look at our partnership as parents and educators as needing to have a firm foundation as well. So communication is critical. Communication is one firm foundation that our relationship needs to be based on. Being able to have conversations with one another, and especially those hard conversations, those conversations that we would not ordinarily have, they have to be invited in. We have to invite those the hard conversations in. We also have to make sure that we are open to change, open to making adjustments. So whether as parents or as educators, we always have to have that child as the motivating force in a sense,
Yes.
and be open to making adjustments on behalf. So communication and being pliable.
Those are two huge areas. What ways, Arianne, have you observed that parents give their power away? What have you observed about that?
I've noticed that many parents, and rightfully so, they look at us as professionals. They look at the school system as a resource that is available to make sure that their kids are getting what they need to properly prepare them for the future. But I do think that parents sometimes will go overboard and not check. There are not enough checks and balances when it comes to parents making sure that their kids are in a classroom that is suitable for them, the entire environment, making sure that their kids are in a school that is suitable for them. So I believe that many parents give away their power because they don't check and make sure that things are working the way they should.
You are founder of Hype Academy. It's been around for a while, really strong in the community. Recently, you attended the largest school choice event in New Orleans. What are your thoughts on school choice?
I think it's powerful. Being able to choose, and of course that power comes along with responsibility. So now many of our parents, because there are so many options at this point, many of our parents are realizing that there's a responsibility to make sure that I do my research, that I am placing my child in an environment that works for him. And the same thing may not work for my next child, but making sure that I research and find the best suitable environment. So I think that school choice is empowering for parents, and I think that it also causes the educational community to step it up and make sure that we're doing what's right for the kids that we work with.
One of the things that is happening with Hype Academy is that this fall, Hype Academy will participate in the Louisiana Scholarship Program for the very first time. Talk about that decision and how you see being a part of the scholarship program helping Hype to further its own mission.
Yeah. Our mission, of course, as you mentioned, was we were born out of frustration as well. So Hype Academy, and I believe that a lot of great things are born out of frustration if we channel the energy, the frustration. But we decided that we wanted to be accessible to as many families as needed the type of services we provide. So we are not a traditional school in the sense that we're very small, more like a family, close-knit. And but however, we were not connected to any organizations that could help to provide financial assistance to the parents. So for the first 6 or 7 years, or up until this year, since 2011, our parents are tasked with having to pay for it, pay tuition on their own. And we found that we were losing a lot of families who wanted to stay, who were in the right environment but could not afford to continue to make the kind of sacrifice. So that's what led us to forging that partnership with the Department of Education, with the state of Louisiana, for the Louisiana Scholarship Program. And so what that helps us do is it provides more families with access to our services. And we also recently, as in last week, partnered with Arete and ACE scholarships, those programs, so that we could provide even more access to those families that need us.
You've talked about being pliable, so you've had to kind of find a way to walk your own talk.
Yes, absolutely. And that's part of being in an educational environment where you want what's best for kids. So when you want what's best for kids, you won't waste time doing things that are not working. You'll figure out what will work for those that are entrusted to me. And that's what we are constantly doing as a team, is just adjusting and making sure we stick with the foundation, which is helping kids. But the avenues that we use will change depending on what the need is.
Very good. So it has extended beyond your expectations for HYPE. And what was your original mission?
Absolutely. I don't know what I thought I don't know if I originally thought of, okay, I want this building, I want this number of kids, but I can say that each year we've grown, each year we've gotten better as a team, and I see us getting even better as we move forward.
Thank you for being part of the conversation.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And that is our show. Thank you so much for watching. Join us again for Choice Conversations.
Open your eyes.